Hi, this is Jessica with video journal number 3 regarding prevention. And I will start by saying that most of my prevention experience or interaction came when I was younger, when I was a teenager. I had written something that was concerning to some of the parents, I guess. They thought I was depressed and worried about me, so they contacted the guidance counselor, who then contacted me, or my mom, and then me, and wanted to meet with me on a regular basis just to talk and see what was going on in my life and make sure everything was okay. At the time, I wasn't very receptive to it because I was 16 or 17 and thought everybody was just overreacting and I was expressing myself. Looking back, I can see that it was a good thing, and I do appreciate that the effort was made to reach out to me. And it was helpful at the time, at least, to know that people cared, even though I wasn't really going to admit that. Another thing would be health class that I took in school, both in junior high and high school. The thing that I remember most about health class, either I think it was 7th or 8th grade, is when we watched a video about heart disease and taking care of ourselves and the effects that not eating right could have on us. And there was this picture of a clogged artery which looked exactly like the pizza that they served in our cafeteria. So I never ate that pizza again, but it also was eye-opening. Like, I did not want my body to look that way. And although I didn't eat terribly before, I was like, wow, I really need to take care of myself. And of course, I don't do it all the time, but that image is something that definitely stuck with me. And then, of course, taking sex ed in high school was something that, for me, didn't have much of an impact because I already knew the consequences of having unprotected sex and all this stuff. But it's still something that's good for people that don't know, that don't have the resources that I did, like a family who talked about stuff like that. It's definitely a good thing. Something that I notice a lot, which could be considered both primary and secondary prevention depending on who is watching it, are those smoking commercials with the woman with the voice box thing in her throat and the nasty voice, the nasty hair, like her face is all messed up, and saying that this is what can happen to you if you smoke. So that'd be considered primary prevention for those who don't smoke, to try to get them not to smoke. And for the people who are smoking, maybe it would give them pause to take a look and say, wow, do I want to end up like that? And I don't know how effective it is because I'm not a smoker, but I would have to think that between that one and the one with a guy who has lost his legs and the other guy who has cancer, I believe, and won't live past a certain age, it's something that would make me stop and think for sure. And that would be the secondary portion for somebody who's already smoking. We probably don't even realize it, but we come in contact with primary prevention pretty much on a daily basis, depending on what we do and where we go. But either way, it's really important that those efforts continue to stop people from doing things that harm their bodies when they might not realize it, or if they just don't stop to care. It needs to be pointed out to them so that they start to care. I don't know about a lot of stuff that goes on in my community. I've only lived where I live now for about a year and a half, so I'm still learning a lot about what goes on here. I do know that the school is really good with guidance counselors. They have a school social worker also, which my daughter has seen both of them. So that's been helpful. And I think there's a really good network of people in the schools to make sure that kids are doing okay when they have some stuff going on in their lives that might be creating an issue. So the principal, the teacher, the guidance counselors, the school nurse, everybody comes together to really focus on that child and to make sure that they're doing all right. And I think that's one of the most important things to do to prevent the child from growing up with behavior problems and getting into substance abuse and teenage pregnancy. I mean, the list just goes on forever about what could happen from ignoring a problem that somebody has as a young child. And I think that is about it. My time is up. So thanks for watching. Bye.